Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're a student, a working freelancer, or just a professional trying to balance a budget right now, you definitely already know the pain. You pay your tuition, you buy your laptop, and then bam, you're hit with the hidden tax of modern life. We are talking about compounding software subscription costs. Month after month, year after year, proprietary software just quietly drains your bank account. But what if you could opt out of that financial drain entirely without actually sacrificing the quality of your work? Well, today we are conducting a complete open source audit. Our goal is super simple: to show you exactly how replacing industry standard software with powerful, totally free alternatives can literally save you thousands of dollars over your academic and professional lifetime.
Now, what's really fascinating about this is just the sheer volume of the expense sheet we are going to systematically cross out today. When you lay it all out like this, you can clearly see how the costs just stack up across literally every single category you need to function in today's digital world. We've got heavy-duty math and engineering programs, creative suites for design and video, and of course, your everyday administrative tools for documents and notes. We're essentially looking at these incredibly expensive proprietary standards ecosystems that are perfectly designed to lock you in and squeeze you dry. But opposing them are completely free open source alternatives that are going to keep that money exactly where it belongs, right in your pocket.
Here is our roadmap for the audit today. Number 1, STEM software. Number 2, creative suites. Number 3, administrative tools. And 4, the bottom line. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1, STEM software, taking the pain out of math costs. If you're studying science, engineering, or any high-level mathematics, you know you're dealing with some of the most specialized and honestly heavily gated tools on the market. You've undoubtedly run into industry giants like Mathematica, MATLAB, or Maple. Now, these aren't just basic calculators. They're heavy-hitting computer algebra systems. But man, they come with a massive price tag. Opposing them, though, is the Python ecosystem. And here's the thing. Python isn't just a programming language anymore. It has evolved into a completely free challenger that can stand toe-to-toe with these wildly expensive proprietary juggernauts. To really understand how Python replaces these tools, we have to look at its libraries. Take SymPy, for example. Unlike your standard calculator that just spits out decimal approximations, SymPy works on exact algebraic objects. So if you ask for a square root, it gives you the exact factor to answer exactly like you'd learn in an introductory algebra course. It tackles basic algebra, complex matrix calculations, and even integral and differential calculus. And when you couple that with NumPy, which is basically the bedrock of modern data analysis, you have incredible mathematical power at your fingertips. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that you simply don't need a $1,000 software license to do exact mathematical calculations. Open source libraries can handle all that heavy lifting for free. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The argument for proprietary software is usually the user interface, right? People are willing to pay for convenience. But guess what? The open source community has actually solved that too. Tools like Jupyter Notebooks provide a highly interactive, super user-friendly interface that feels genuinely premium. And then there's SageMath, which acts as this full-featured, comprehensive alternative that actually bundles libraries like SymPy and NumPy all together. So you're getting the premium interface experience, the exact same mathematical capabilities, and your cost, absolutely zero.
Moving right along to Section 2, creative suites, editing without subscriptions.
Let's see how this builds into our next category, which is where subscription models truly hit users the hardest. In the world of graphic design and media, Adobe Creative Suite is quite literally ubiquitous. It is to creative work what Microsoft Office is to administrative work. And let me tell you, it taxes you accordingly. Paying that monthly subscription fee is a massive ongoing financial burden. Pitted directly against it, though, is GIMP, the GNU Image Manipulation Program. GIMP has been around for a long time, and it remains one of the most prominent, incredibly powerful open-source alternatives to Photoshop available today. Now, it's important to set some realistic expectations here. As the author of our source article notes regarding GIMP, it absolutely handles your everyday tasks perfectly. If you're a hardcore Photoshop veteran, yeah, you might find GIMP's interface a little bit tricky to navigate at first, and it might lack a few of Adobe's cutting-edge AI generation features. But if you just need to manipulate photos, resize images, or handle core design needs for your classes or freelance gigs, it is way more than capable. You really have to ask yourself, is a slightly different interface actually worth hundreds of dollars a year in subscription fees? The exact same logic applies to video editing. On one hand, you have Hollywood-grade software like Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro. They are incredible tools, absolutely, but they are incredibly expensive. Pitted against them is Cut in Life, created by the KDE project. The best part? It's completely free, and really importantly, it's cross-platform. That means it runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Now, if you're a film student cutting some massive feature-length thesis project, sure, use the proprietary tools in your school's computer lab. But for your own machine at home, for your YouTube channel, or just for standard video assignments, Cut in Life is going to give you professional-style timeline editing without that insane premium price tag. Section 3. Administrative Tools, Free Office, and Note Apps. Okay, so we've covered math and media. Now let's transition to the software literally everyone on the planet needs. Everyone writes essays, drafts research papers, or builds spreadsheets at some point. Over the years, Microsoft has steadily pressured its customers away from those nice one-time purchases and forced them into the Microsoft 365 subscription model, ensuring you are paying them every single month. On the flip side is LibreOffice. It's totally cross-platform, again meaning you can run it on Windows, Mac, or Linux, and it doesn't cost a single dime. You just download it, and the whole shebang is yours forever. But I know what you're wondering. What about compatibility? That is always the main fear, right? If you use free software, will your professor or your client even be able to open your work? Well, the source author provides a perfect real-world anecdote here. They stated that their freelance clients happily accepted doc files entirely unaware they were actually created in LibreOffice. Because LibreOffice can seamlessly read and save in popular formats like Word and Excel, you can exchange documents with anyone stuck in the proprietary ecosystem, and they will literally never know the difference. And this brilliantly illustrates just how tailored open-source tools can be for real-world productivity. LibreOffice isn't just some basic watered-down text editor. Beyond the huge financial savings and the flawless file compatibility, it supports some seriously powerful extensions. For instance, if you're writing academic papers, there's a Zotero extension that automatically generates your works cited and bibliographies in MLA, APA, or Chicago styles. It's a robust, full-featured Office suite that actively makes your life easier, completely for free. Let's look at one more administrative essential while we're at it, note-taking. Apps like Evernote and Microsoft OneNote really dominate this space. But let's be honest, Evernote has become notorious lately for constantly squeezing its users, putting formerly free features behind an expensive premium paywall. And OneNote? It gives you basic access for free, sure, but it locks you tightly into that broader Microsoft ecosystem. The open-source answer to all of this is Jonchlin. It replaces both of those tools perfectly, offering a secure, highly private way to outline papers and just organize your life. And honestly, here is the absolute best part about Joplin. You want to know the cost to use the mobile app? Zero. The cost to sync your notes across multiple devices, which is a feature that proprietary apps absolutely love to charge a premium for? Exactly $0.00. We are talking pure, unadulterated savings for a tool you will very likely use every single day. Section 4, the bottom line, total savings and caveats. So we've crossed out the big expenses on our audit, but before we wrap this up, we want to be completely impartial here. Feedback from the sources community does highlight a few caveats to keep in mind. For example, when you're using tools like LibreOffice to save into Microsoft formats, you might occasionally encounter minor font or spacing quirks. You'll just need to double-check your formatting. Also, more importantly, university IT systems can be pretty rigid. If you are submitting homework directly through a highly specific locked-down university portal, you just want to ensure that the file generated by open-source software isn't flagged by their security systems as an unknown file type. So the rule of thumb is always run a quick, small compatibility check before you submit your final critical assignments.